Most people answer this question in one sentence. TMF is a collection of essential documents. Technically, that's correct. But it doesn't tell the interviewer that you understand its purpose. Let's understand it properly. Imagine a clinical trial starts today. The sponsor writes a protocol. Ethics approval is obtained. Investigators are selected. Patients are enrolled. Monitoring visits take place. Safety reports are generated. The study continues for years. Now imagine that after the study is completed, a regulatory inspector asks a very simple question. Can you prove that this clinical trial was conducted according to regulations and good clinical practice? You can't answer that question with words. You answer it with documents. And that complete collection of documents is called the trial master file. Think of trial master file as the official evidence file of a clinical trial. It tells the complete story of the study, from planning and startup, all the way to study closeout and archiving. Every important activity performed during the trial should be supported by the appropriate document inside the TMF. A professional interview answer would be: TMF is the complete collection of essential clinical trial documents that demonstrates how a study was planned, conducted, managed and closed while ensuring compliance with good clinical practice and regulatory requirements. Here's a recruiter tip. Many candidates say, TMF stores study documents. That's not wrong. But a stronger answer is, TMF provides documented evidence that the trial was conducted correctly. That one sentence immediately makes your answer sound more professional. Now that you understand TMF, the next question becomes much easier. Years ago, almost every trial master file was maintained on paper. Imagine managing thousands of documents for a global clinical trial. Some documents are with the sponsor, some are with the CRO, some are at investigator sites across different countries. Finding a single document could take hours or even days. As clinical trials became larger and more complex, this approach was no longer practical. That's why the industry moved towards the electronic trial master file, or eTMF. Instead of filing paper documents in cabinets, everything is managed digitally within a validated electronic system. Documents can be uploaded, reviewed, approved, tracked, version controlled, and retrieved within seconds. This doesn't just save time. It also improves collaboration between teams, maintains a complete audit trail, and helps keep the study inspection ready throughout its life cycle. A professional interview answer would be: eTMF is the electronic version of the trial master file used to collect, manage, maintain, and track essential clinical trial documents throughout the study life cycle while supporting regulatory compliance and inspection readiness. Here's an easy trick to remember. TMF is the evidence. eTMF is the engine that keeps that evidence organized, traceable, and inspection ready. Never confuse the two during an interview. This is one of the questions where many freshers lose marks because they say, there is no difference. Actually, there is. The TMF refers to the collection of essential documents required for a clinical trial. The eTMF refers to the electronic platform used to manage those documents. Think about your personal photographs. Your photographs are your memories. Google Photos is the application that stores and manages those memories. In the same way, the TMF is the content. The eTMF is the digital platform that manages that content. Traditional TMFs relied heavily on paper files, physical storage, manual tracking, and courier services. That process was slow, difficult to search, and challenging to maintain across multiple countries. eTMF transformed the way documents are managed. Today, authorized users can securely access documents from anywhere in the world. Teams can quickly identify missing documents, track document status, review complete audit trails, and collaborate in real time. These advantages are one of the biggest reasons why modern clinical trials rely on eTMF systems. A professional interview answer would be: TMF is the complete collection of essential clinical trial documents, whereas eTMF is the electronic system used to manage those documents digitally. Compared to traditional paper-based TMFs, eTMFs provide faster document retrieval, improved collaboration, complete audit trails, better version control, enhanced document tracking, and continuous inspection readiness. One final recruiter tip. Whenever you're asked about eTMF, don't stop after saying it's the electronic version of TMF. Spend another 20 seconds explaining why the industry adopted eTMF. Mention benefits like faster document retrieval, better collaboration, audit trails, and inspection readiness. That small addition instantly makes your answer sound like someone who has worked with eTMF systems rather than someone who has simply memorized a definition. Now that we know what a TMF is, the next logical question is, what exactly goes inside it? The answer is essential documents. But don't think of them as just another set of files. Think of them as proof. Every important activity performed during a clinical trial should have supporting documentation. If an investigator was trained, there should be a training record. If the ethics committee approved the study, there should be an approval letter. If a monitoring visit was conducted, there should be a monitoring visit report. Without these documents, it's difficult to prove that the activity actually happened. That's why they're called essential documents. They protect the rights and safety of study participants, demonstrate compliance with good clinical practice, and provide evidence that the trial was conducted properly. A professional interview answer would be, essential documents are the records that individually and collectively permit the evaluation of how a clinical trial was planned, conducted, monitored, and reported, while demonstrating compliance with good clinical practice and applicable regulatory requirements. Here's an interview tip. Don't try to memorize the definition alone. Remember a few examples. If an interviewer asks, "Can you name some essential documents?" you can confidently mention study protocol, investigator brochure, ethics committee approval, informed consent form, monitoring visit reports, safety reports. Adding examples shows that you understand the concept instead of simply memorizing a definition. Let's understand the bigger picture. Imagine you're working on a global phase 3 clinical trial. Every day, documents are arriving from different teams. Clinical operations sends monitoring reports. Regulatory sends approvals. The safety team shares safety documents. Sites upload essential records. Now imagine thousands of documents coming from different countries throughout the study. Someone has to make sure every document is filed correctly. Someone has to verify that it's placed in the correct artifact. Someone has to check whether the metadata is accurate. Someone has to identify missing documents before an inspection. Someone has to make sure the TMF remains complete and inspection ready throughout the study. That's where an eTMF specialist plays a critical role. An eTMF specialist doesn't simply manage documents. They manage the quality and integrity of the trial master file. Depending on the organization, daily responsibilities may include document filing, quality checks, metadata verification, document tracking, reconciliation support, query resolution, KPI monitoring, and supporting inspection readiness activities. A professional interview answer would be, an eTMF specialist is responsible for managing essential clinical trial documents within the electronic trial master file by ensuring documents are filed correctly, quality checked, appropriately indexed with accurate metadata, tracked throughout the study lifecycle, and maintained in an inspection-ready state. Here's something recruiters love to hear. Don't finish your answer after listing responsibilities. End with the purpose. Say something like, the overall goal is to maintain a complete, accurate, and inspection-ready trial master file throughout the study lifecycle. That one sentence connects everything you've said and makes your answer sound much more mature. This is one of those questions where many candidates give an incomplete answer. They simply say, QC review means checking documents before filing. That's only a small part of it. Let's understand what actually happens. Imagine a clinical trial manager uploads a monitoring visit report into the eTMF. At first glance, everything looks fine. The document opens correctly. The file isn't corrupted. So, is the job done? Not yet. Before that document can be considered correctly filed, several things still need to be verified. Is it filed under the correct artifact? Is the metadata accurate? Has the correct version been uploaded? Is the document complete with all pages included? Is it linked to the correct study, country, site, or milestone, depending on the system? Only after these checks can we be confident that the document has been filed correctly. That's what QC review is all about. It's a periodic quality review performed to verify that documents have been filed accurately, completely, and according to the TMF reference model and study requirements. The goal isn't just to find mistakes. The goal is to identify issues early, before they become findings during an audit or regulatory inspection. A strong interview answer would be: QC review is a periodic quality review performed to verify that documents are filed in the correct artifact, contain accurate metadata, have the correct version, are complete, and meet the organization's TMF quality standards. Here's a recruiter tip. Don't describe QC review as proofreading. It isn't checking grammar or spelling. It's checking the quality of filing, because even a perfect document can become non-compliant if it's filed in the wrong location or tagged with incorrect metadata.